This video is brought to you by the Deck of Many in their Big Bad Booklet series. Hello and welcome back to the Gallant Goblin. I'm Theo. A couple of weeks ago, the folks at Eldritch Foundry reached out to us to see if we wanted to take a look at their products. Eldritch Foundry allows you to create custom minis on their website that they will 3D print and ship to your door in this nice little tin box. They're one of a few companies offering this service, and Eldritch Foundry is currently the new kid on the block. We'll take a look at the 4 sample miniatures they sent us and talk about what sets them apart from the competition. Due to the nature of this translucent dark material, the level of detail is a bit hard to convey using our usual methods, but holding them up in front of a light lets you see some of the detail on the faces and clothing. I didn't have time to prime and paint these before publishing this video, but I'm going to see if I can start to paint them soon. That'll also bring out a lot of the details. You can follow us on Instagram to see the results. According to the information provided by Eldritch Foundry, these minis are printed in resin at around 32 microns. For our purposes, the lower the micron count, the higher the resolution the mini is, and the better it looks. Their main competitor, Fir Bholg, prints their plastic minis at 100 microns and their premium plastic minis at 50 microns. Eldritch Foundry prints their minis using wax supports to help hold it together during the printing process, which means that the mini won't have flash or mold lines or seams in it. They're printed as one solid piece. So aside from perhaps washing the mini in soap and water, it'll be ready for priming and painting when you get it. I was surprised to find the minis arrived in this translucent black resin, though apparently this material results in a higher quality and better durability. It just differs from the way the minis appeared on their website. Honestly, these look better than some of the example pictures provided during their Kickstarter and on their site now. They can be primed and painted just like any resin miniature. Let's take a look at the process of making a mini on their website. One thing to keep in mind is that Eldritch Foundry doesn't subscribe to your typical D&D, Pathfinder, or Starfinder naming conventions in regards to races. They're attempting to make their own universe and lore, which is cool, but it can make finding the options you want a little bit more complicated. Humans are called Somans. Dwarves are Aeth. Elves are Aeth, half-elves are half-Aeth, and so on. They unlocked a whole slew of race options in their Kickstarter, and they're steadily adding them in. Currently, at the time I'm making this video, the options are, using the names we're familiar with, humans, elves, dwarves, halflings, half-elves, Firbolgs, goblins, Goliaths, warforged, orcs, half-orcs, and tieflings. Others unlocked on the Kickstarter and presumably in production are gnomes, dragonborn, pixies, imps, kobolds, catfolk, birdfolk, turtles, werewolves, elephant folk, hippo folk, rhino folk, minotaurs, bugbears, centaurs, and perhaps most importantly, frog folk. Female and male options are available for all those races. Once you choose your race, you can use sliders to adjust their facial expressions along a happy, sad spectrum and an angry, calm spectrum. You can determine how open their mouth is as well if you want to have your orc barbarian screaming war chants as he slams into the enemy lines. Right this minute, you can choose from 3 different horn options and about 2 dozen hairstyles. You've got a few eyebrow options, a couple of glasses types, 6 types of facial hair, and 2 types of tails. Clothing options are divided into helms, pauldrons, torso, gloves, pants, and feet. Right now, you've got 3 helm options, 7 shoulders, about a dozen torso options, about 10 glove options, 6 types of pants, and about a dozen shoe choices. Now it's time to arm your mini. Your options here are various styles of axes, shields, daggers, swords, bludgeoning weapons like maces, polearms, and what they call other. Other includes things like canes, hooks, mugs of ale, and dice. You can choose a weapon option for each hand. In lieu of a weapon, you can choose a magical focus like a staff, wand, or crystal ball. Or you can choose a tool like a crowbar or a frying pan. They also have a few back items you can add. Currently, it's mostly stowed weapons and shields. But finally, you can choose what hangs from your belt with options like daggers, bags, and potions. Next, you need to decide what shape and style of base you want. You can get some textured bases if you want them to be standing on something like a brick surface or a wooden floor or a patch of dirt. You can also choose between circular, square, or hex base shapes. They have a few items that you can have at your character's feet on the base, like an anvil, a candle, or a severed head on a spike. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, you can choose your pose. It looks like they have about a dozen standing poses to choose from at the moment. A mini costs $35 plus shipping, which is about $5 more than the premium plastic option at Hero Forge. Here we can see one of the sample minis from Eldritch Foundry next to one from Hero Forge. You can design your mini on a desktop computer or on your phone, though I had to use the Chrome app on my iPhone as it didn't seem to load on Safari. The web app that you use to create the mini is a little bit slow and jittery at the moment, at least on my home computer, which slightly reduces the fun of creating your mini, but it's not a really big deal in the scheme of things. It looks like Eldritch Foundry is working on an affiliate program where you can create your mini at your local game store, where a few custom pieces may be available, like a shield or a cape with the store's logo on it. I don't believe they are fully up and running with this program yet as of April 2020, but you can check out their website for updates and store listings. Overall, we're taking a look at Eldritch Foundry not far out from their launch. They already have an impressive number of races available to choose from, with more waiting in the wings. When compared to Hero Forge, which has been around for years, your customization options here are certainly limited at the moment. The minis themselves, though, are nicely detailed and seem sufficiently durable too. They're also working with quite a few charities and community partners, like the Griffin Saddlebag, which we took a look at recently. You can see that video by clicking the eye in the corner of your screen. So if you're in the market to create your own custom mini, give Eldritch Foundry a look. It's certainly good to get some competition in the marketplace, and Eldritch Foundry seems to be growing rapidly. I'm sure we'll see the number of customization options on their site grow significantly over the course of the year and years ahead. And as a side note, I think a good tradition around the gaming table is to chip in and get each player, on their birthday, a gift certificate to design their own mini. Even your GM may have a favorite NPC that they would love to have a unique mini for, or they may be a player in another campaign and would like a mini for that. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you've designed a mini of your own at Eldritch Foundry, tell me about it. Thank you to Eldritch Foundry for sending us these sample minis. We also want to thank our sponsor for this video, the Deck of Many. They make these great reference cards you see on our table during all of our videos. We use these every time we play D&D here in person. If you're a fan of reference cards, be sure to check out their Patreon, where they design and mail out cards each month. They're also designing and mailing entire adventure booklets called the Big Bad Booklet series. Each booklet outlines a specific big bad monster that you can drop into your ongoing campaign or use to run a one-shot. This month is a special April Fool's bonus. The Deck of Many is giving away a free PDF of Pork and Bean, a hobgoblin assassin and a goblin berserker forced to be frenemies by a stroke of fate. Let the strange duo bring some chaotic comedy to your campaign. Pick it up today for free at thedeckofmany.com. Thanks for watching today. If you found the video helpful, please leave us a little like and a comment. Subscribe to see more of our videos and click the little bell icon to be notified when we drop new videos. You never know when we'll have an early preview set or a giveaway. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.